Hi everybody. Yes, I'm filtered. I get into it in the video before this. So, hi. Hope you guys are good. Um, this video is about the beautiful Olandria Carthen, I almost called him Vic, Nick Vans, Klay Thompson, and Meg the Stallion. Okay, anyway. Hi. So I just wanted to get this stuff off my chest, just some views. About Olandria. So Olandria was not at the Met Gala, and I was one of those people. Okay, I'm going to tell you the backstory. So months ago, when I was seeing her pop out with all these beautiful fashions and becoming like a fashion muse and everything, and the way she glowed at the Golden Globes with that green dress, okay, can't forget it. It was huge, right? And I'm like, oh yeah, she's going to the Met Gala. Like, that was my thought. She's going to the Met Gala. And I don't consider myself to be a delusional Olandria fan. It's not like that. I just see this very beautiful woman who comes across as a really quality human being and intelligent and everything. You know, she's nice to look at, and, you know, she has something to offer the world outside of being nice to look at. And she happened to be on a reality show. That was our introduction to her, but she's transcended that, and she's become this fashion muse. And so to me, it was like a natural choice that she would be at Met Gala. And so then when I was finding out that she supposedly got the invite to Met Gala, I was so happy, but at the same time, I kind of expected it, you know? Well, she wasn't there. And allegedly what happened was that the invitation, was rescinded. I don't know if that's true or not. That's the word on the curve, okay? So she was initially invited and then told, yeah, no. And I'm gonna level with you guys. She would have fucking broke that shit if she had been there. And I mean that in the best possible way. She would have been amazing had she been there. I don't care if she came in a damn trash bag. She would, because it's just, she just would have done it. I'm telling you, that girl would have done it. Now, there was this discourse online that started to come out that allegedly an A-lister who will remain nameless, that they didn't want her there because they wanted the spotlight to be on them. They wanted to be the queen of the ball. And then I'm seeing people in the comments like, y'all are delusional. Y'all think A-lister is worried about somebody from Love Island, somebody on a reality show. Y'all Olandria fans are nuts. Okay. I could kind of see it for you if it wasn't for the fact that they have been causing so much buzz. If they were not on the level in which they are in terms of causing buzz, and I want to give you an idea of this, with the Golden Globes, for instance, them in that green dress got so many views. They were saying that they were getting more views than, and at this point their name wasn't even quite on the level that it is now, but that they were getting more views than, you know, the celebrities who, you know, actually had done work, you know, that was like, you know, that they were nominated for. People were just really excited to see her. And if I'm not much mistaken, and please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, this was the most viewed Love Island season. Again, tell me I'm wrong in the comments. I'll look it up when I'm done with the video. but you're not taking into account social currency. You're not taking into account what the people want. It's kind of like you guys are working on the electoral college votes and you're ignoring the popular vote. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not trying to be mean, and like the person in question that they were, saying that people are delusional about Olandria, and I'm not trying to, I'm awkward about this because I don't want people to think this is some kind of competition. And I'm not even saying that this is what happened because I literally have no idea if this is what happened. Sorry, my video got cut off. As I was saying, I literally don't know if this is what happened, if that rumor is based in reality. But it wouldn't surprise me if it were. And I feel like the people who are acting like it's so unlikely, there's no way in hell it could be, y'all are the delusional ones, respectfully. And the person in question, who will remain nameless, okay, she who must not be named, and I don't even have beef with her, but her fans are freaks, and I'm just going to leave it there. Well, let me clarify. Not all her fans are freaks, okay? But the ones who lose their minds and act like she's Jesus' second coming, they're freaks. Okay, there you go, okay? Those are the ones. What I was going to say is that she's a middle-aged woman. Just like I'm a middle-aged woman, technically, okay? I'm either middle-aged or damn near middle-aged, okay? We're closer to our 50s than we are to our 20s, okay, certainly. And, so it's just like, get real. I'm not trying to be funny, but this is a youth and beauty-based business. Now, the woman in question is beautiful, and she's not old, but she can't compete with her younger self in terms of, I'm not trying to be funny, but you understand what I'm saying? And this young woman who is becoming the face of a generation from a fashion perspective. And you can go argue with somebody else about that. I don't mean that to be disrespectful. I really don't. I'm not trying to be fucked up. I listen to said person's music. I'm not trying to be a bitch, but I'm just saying, acting like it's so far-fetched that person could ever feel like, hey, I don't want this person to steal the spotlight. To me, thinking that that's impossible is delusional in and of itself. No shade. But that's my viewpoint on that. So, about Nick, they did the Vulture magazine thing, and I can't really say anything that hasn't already been said, which is that, whoever wrote that article is just an angry, I'm not going to say it, but you know what I'm talking about. There's something wrong with her, and it screams racism. I'm sorry, go argue with somebody else. Because if it were about Iris or one of those other white women on the show, they would not have said that. They said it, even if it had been about Sierra, who is not Caucasian, but they still probably would not have said that. But because it was about this black woman who, on top of that, is a dark-skinned black woman, you can't claim her, you know what I mean? Then, that person just wanted to tear things down and F them. Okay, that's my personal opinion. Klay and Megan. I posted, the same video about Megan, which was just on TikTok and YouTube, which was just saying, where are you going to get a girl better than Megan? Megan is a superstar. She's gorgeous. As Margaret Cho put it, she probably puts it down in the, bedroom. Whatever. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know from personal experience, but, go listen to the song WAP. Anyway, but seriously, she just seems like a real catch of a person. And this man said, yeah, I'm not ready to settle down with you. He thinks there's something better out there. Well, all these low-life, bottom-feeding ass men who I'm going to guess are predominantly men of my background popped up to tear down Megan, and some of them tear me down. And when I say you MFs are not lonely enough, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, y'all wish y'all could get Megan, and y'all are sucking Klay's And I'm embarrassed for you because I'm not like, if you were just openly gay, I wouldn't be embarrassed for you. But it's the fact that you're gay and you don't even know it that makes